Hi everybody, welcome to At Pilates. My name is Kayla. We have a 30-minute sweat session today. I'm super excited. You're gonna be needing your booty bands today. So I've got two resistances, a light resistance and a heavy resistance. I'll tell you we are gonna be working the abductors, our outer tush a lot. So I would highly recommend probably starting a little bit lighter, or you could do the opposite. You could start heavier. If it gets too intense, you can always switch it out and grab your lighter band towards the end. But I know this is gonna be incredibly challenging for me, so I'm gonna stick with the light booty band for the whole entire workout today. So let's get right to it. You're gonna slide your band up around your outer thighs here. So there's a good enough amount of tension. Let's go ahead and begin lying on your left side. Once you prop down on your forearm here, so your elbow is lined up right underneath your shoulder, your knees are gonna stack, ankles, knees, and hips, nice and lifted here. So we never wanna be slumping down into that shoulder. I'm gonna push up nice and long and go ahead and take your top arm up towards the ceiling. Nice long lines here. We're gonna come into an external hip rotation, rolling your right knee up towards the ceiling, just starting to feel that resistance into the band here as you externally rotate that top hip, just starting to prepare for some of this hip and glute work through this entire workout. Keep your tummy muscles nice and tight. Keep pushing down through your bottom elbow, reaching that top arm up towards the sky here. Let's go 6, 5, 4, stay nice and lifted, 3, 2, on your next one, give me that external rotation and we're gonna hold that right knee up and you're gonna pulse it back for 10, 9, fire up that glute, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, little squeezes, 3, 2, and 1. I want you to stay in this top external hip rotation as you stretch your top arm overhead here. Now try to lift your bottom obliques and you're gonna bring your top elbow towards your top knee and squeeze into your top obliques. We're gonna inhale, reach up, keep that external hip rotation, and then exhale, squeeze. This is gonna prepare us for a bigger movement in a moment here, but we just wanna feel this kind of lift with the underbody and this crunch with the top right external obliques. Now let's add the top leg into it. So stretch the entire body nice and long here. Take a big breath in. On your exhale, squeeze elbow and knee together, working into the resistance of that band. Woo! And exhale. Inhale, feel the length as you stretch and elongate, and exhale. Now that bottom shoulder is gonna start talking to you about now. We don't wanna sink down, so really push into that bottom elbow. Keep these nice long lines of energy through the whole entire torso. We've got 5 more. Big breath in and exhale to squeeze. Big breath in, exhale to squeeze. Give me 3. Yes, you can. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Last one. Inhale and exhale. Meet me back nice and long here. Top arm up towards the ceiling. You're gonna roll your top hip open. We're gonna take a break from that glute. We're gonna work a little more core and a little more quad here. So inhale, top arm is reaching up and back. You're balancing on your bottom glute. Now on your exhale, you're gonna lift the top leg up, reach for the ankle, top of the foot, press into the toe. Inhale to open. Exhale, lift up with the toe touch. Inhale to open. Exhale, reach. Keep that leg as straight as you can. Take the fingertips to the toes. Woo, that quad is burning. I am about to cramp. That is so common in Pilates. We're working all our stabilizing muscles here. So if you're on the verge of a cramp in any exercise, you're in the right place. Here's 3, exhale. Beautiful. 2, exhale. 1 more and exhale. Now open back up. Roll back onto your side so your hips return back to that stacked position. Nice and long here. You're gonna take your top leg up, circling up and around. Lift into the tension and resistance of that band. Oh my goodness, that outer oblique is on fire. Again, that top shoulder is talking. Continue to lengthen, continue to lift, and reverse it here for 6. We are on the home stretch. 5. You've got this. 4, big lift, pull those tummy muscles in tight. 3 and 2, woo, last one, and rest the top leg down. Oh my goodness, I am burning. All right, you're gonna press yourself now up onto your bottom knee and your bottom hand. Changing positions here into a modified side plank. Fully extend now through that top side. Nice big stretch here. Oh my goodness, that feels so good. Roll your chest and your armpit up towards the ceiling. You lift and elongate, big breath in. We're here for 3, 2, last one, and exhale. We're gonna change to a tabletop position. Hands and knees on your mat, all fours. Position those wrists right underneath your shoulders, your knees right underneath your hips here. We're gonna begin to tuck the toes under. I want you to start to hover up off of your knees. Keep your tummy muscles in tight without rounding out your back. So you wanna find that transverse abdominal connection here. Begin to extend your right leg back nice and long, and you're gonna shoot your energy back towards the back edge of your mat. You're gonna pull yourself forward into a full high plank and drive your right knee towards your chest now. And we're targeting the lower abdominals and the hip flexors here. Extend back by bending the left knee. Shoulders move back as well. Now pull forward into a high plank as you charge your right knee towards your nose. We've got 8. Exhale, drive forward. Inhale, exhale, drive forward. Inhale, exhale, drive that knee forward. Crunch those tummy muscles. Here's 4, and 3, and 2, and last one. Pull it forward and hold that right knee to your nose and pulse it up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift the right leg up and back into a down dog stretch. Split your legs again. Feel that tension of the band. It's a little bit of a rest position here, but we're now going to come from 3-legged dog back into that knee to elbow squeeze. You're going to send it to the right elbow with the right knee as you come forward. Inhale, stretch it back, 3-legged dog. Exhale, pull right knee into nose now. Scoop out those lower abs. Inhale, stretch it back, 3-legged dog. Exhale, right knee, left elbow, cross it. Inhale, stretch it back. Now again, exhale, right knee, left elbow, cross it. Inhale, stretch back, downward dog. Exhale, right knee to nose. Inhale, send it back. Last one here, exhale, right knee, right elbow, squeeze. Inhale, send it back to that downward dog and set your right foot down here. Woo! Great job. Holy buckets, the body just got completely warmed up in that first 10 minutes. Pedal out your heels, sway your hips a little bit side to side, wag your tail. Beautiful. Set your knees down. We're gonna repeat all of that on the other side. Here we go. You're lying on your right side now, so your left side is stacked up. The booty band hasn't changed positions. Remember, so important that shoulder positioning right underneath the ear, elbow, right underneath the shoulder. Try your best not to sink down into that shoulder. Everything else is going to begin to slump if we do that. So I'll constantly remind you to hold your posture, hold your energy and your chest open. Starting with those clamshells here, you're going to work into that external hip rotation on your left side now. Woo. The left side was just working a little bit in that plank stuff. So already feeling a little bit of fatigue in the left leg. So this side tends to burn out a little bit quicker because it was doing so much stability on the first side. So don't be alarmed if you're like, oh my gosh, I cannot push through quite as hard as I was able to on the first side because it's already a little gassed. All right, we've got 4 more. Great job, everybody. 3, stick with me here. 2, and last one. We're gonna hold it up and we're gonna do little pulses up and back. Okay, take your hand on your top glute. It's your own booty, so give it a little grab. Feel those sensations. Pilates is all about tactile cueing, so that just means kind of touching where you're supposed to be activating. It helps trigger the mind to fire those muscles. Here's 5. I tend to lose count, okay? So don't rely on me for reps. If you're like, she said 10, do your 10 and be done with it. 2 more. And last one. Now we're holding that external rotation, that constant tension in the band. The top arm comes up. You're going to take a deep breath in. On your exhale, give me that little squeeze. Inhale, lift, and lift your lower obliques. And then exhale, you're gonna squeeze and contract into the top obliques. Now dig your top heel into your bottom heel. That's really going to help with the external hip rotation here, so that glute isn't doing all of the work. The quad will be able to help and kick on as well. Now let's elongate the whole entire body. Extend and open up here. Beautiful. Now exhale, knee to elbow, squeeze in. Keep those hips stacked on this one. I don't want you to roll back on your bottom glute just yet. That's coming next. We are staying stacked and working in to our external obliques. Here's 6. Inhale, reach. Exhale, squeeze and give me 5. Inhale, reach. Exhale, here's 4. Yes, you can. 3. Again, it's burning because we're working on our stabilizers. 2. And last one here. Inhale, we're gonna open up. Now you're gonna rock back on your bottom glute a little bit. So your quad and the top of your thigh muscle is shining up towards the ceiling. Inhale, open it up. And now exhale, lift and tap for the toe. Try to keep your leg as straight as you can. Inhale to open. Exhale, lift. If you're a tight hamstring person, you're gonna get a little bit of a stretch on this one as well, which is amazing. Exhale, lift. Inhale, open. Exhale, lift. Inhale, open. Oh my goodness. Quad is on fire. Here's 5. Inhale, open. 4. Inhale, open. 3. Inhale. 2. Woo! And last one. Open back up. Now roll and stack up again. Shoulder stacked, hip stacked, ankle stacked for your circles, your top leg. Bring it forward, up and around. Keep reaching that top arm. Drive your bottom elbow into the mat. Try not to slouch or slump. Here's 3. Oh my gosh, we're getting that toned booty here. 2 and 1. Woo! We have 6 in reverse. Up, back and around. Up and around. Really lift as high as you can. Here's 4. 3. Oh my gosh, the higher you lift, the more you're gonna engage that top oblique. 2. Woo! Last one. Beautiful. Oh my goodness. Resting down. All right, we're gonna switch gears and you're gonna come up onto your bottom knee here. Your bottom hand is positioned underneath your shoulder. Gonna take a nice stretch here. So top arm is gonna open up. Gonna elongate here. Good. And a little bit of rotation. Top armpit opening, chest is rolling up towards the ceiling. Ooh, that feels so good. 2 more breaths. Good. Return it back to all fours. Tabletop position here. Now we're gonna curl the toes under. You're gonna meet me in that hovering tabletop. Go ahead and float your knees up here. You're gonna press back now through your right leg, and your left leg is gonna stretch behind you. You're gonna pull forward, find your high plank, and drive your left knee towards your chest. Inhale, send it back, stretch your left leg long behind you, and pull forward, knee to nose. Inhale, right knee bends. Exhale, pull forward, high plank, knee drive in. Feel this from the hip flexor and the lower ab on your left side. And pull forward. Inhale and exhale, pulling forward. You got it. Last 2. And 1 more. Pulling forward. Now you're going to send it up and back into a 3-legged dog. Stretch your left leg to the sky and hold. Square the hips. Take a big breath in. On your exhale, pull back into your high plank position. Drive your knee to your left elbow. Inhale, send it back, 3-legged dog. Exhale, pull forward, knee to nose. Inhale, stretch back, 3-legged dog. So you're gonna feel hamstrings and glutes on that stretch back again. Inhale, cross under, left knee, right elbow. Find those obliques there. Inhale, send it back, 3-legged dog. Again, cross under. Now we're doing reverse. Inhale, stretch back. Exhale, you're back to the center now. Knee to nose. Inhale, stretch back. And exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, stretch it back. I realized I forgot that pulsing. So you're gonna pull forward, bend your right knee back to hover, pull your left knee in, and now pulse it in for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Send it back, high plank here. Set your knees down for a moment and rest your hips back to your heels. Be a little breather here. Sway those hips gently from side to side, giving those glutes just a little release, a little counter stretch there. Woo! Pull back into your high plank. Curl your toes under and float your knees up here, nice and strong. Okay, if you're someone that doesn't like to plank from your palms, plank from your forearms and elbows, holding the tail slightly tucked. We don't want our booties up in the air. We want to get the butts down, the lower abs to pull in. Now, can you feel your wrists and your toes start to draw towards each other? That's going to draw the lower belly up a little bit more, and you should instantly feel a shake in your core. Tap your right toe off to the right side of the mat. Tap your left toe off to the left side of the mat. All of a sudden, your feet are wide, and that tension returned back into that band. Bring your right foot in and your left foot in. Now you're going to lead out with the left, out with the right, in with the left, in with the right, out with the right, out with the left, in with the right, in with the left, out with the left, out with the right, in with the left, in with the right. 2 more. Out with the right, out with the left, in with the right, in with the left, out with the left, out with the right, in with the left, in with the right. Knees go down. Beautiful. Woo! Send it back. Take a little breather. Woo! Sway those hips side to side. Heart rate's coming up just a bit here. Great job, you guys. We're going to take a seat on the bottom for a minute. Separate your feet hip width distance apart. We still have that light tension on the band here. Arms are going to be straight out in front of your chest. You're going to roll your body back here till you're back off of your sits bones and onto your back pockets. Can you float your knees and your feet up so your shins are now parallel with the mat? If you need to take your hands lightly behind the backs of your knees, please do that. Can you bring your feet together and your knees wide? This should look like frog legs for you here. Okay, those hands again, they can stay here or they can reach out. Reaching out is going to be an extra challenge on your core. Now, can you send your legs out, long and away, coming back into a hollow position here, and then coming back up into that frog leg position. So you're feeling that resistance and tension on the band. We're gonna shoot for 10 here. If you need to grab the backs of those legs to help yourself up, please do so. Inhale, lower, hover, hollow hold. Exhale, lift, grab, squeeze, and pull in if you need it. Inhale, lower, hover, hollow hold. Exhale, pull up and lift. Inhale, lower, hover, squeeze your booty at the bottom. Exhale, lift, knees angle towards your elbow on that frog lift. Give me 5 more. Exhale. 4. Exhale. If you're finished, if you're saying no more, hold it at the top. See if you can just hold that balance. Last 2. Exhale. Oh my goodness. Quads are firing. Exhale. Lower all the way down. Meet me in a long body stretch. Arms extend out. Woo! Circle your arms around and down to your sides here. You're gonna feel your natural curve of your spine right now because we're in a full long body reach. What I want you to do is bend your knees, drag your heels to your seat. As you begin to do that, work towards deepening the connection, drawing your back into the mat. That is helping us activate our transverse abdominals now because we're not crunching or lifting our head up. You're gonna pull your knees up to tabletop. Again, the back should remain flat on the mat. Extend your legs all the way up towards the ceiling. If you're a really tight hammy person here, this is gonna probably be pulling too much in your hip flexors. So I'd recommend bending your knees here and work your knees out versus your feet out. But if you're able to take those legs up, let's pull those legs up and see if we can draw the heels together and the toes apart. If your knees are bent, your knees and inner thighs are touching, and your knees are gonna move out and back in. Okay, it's the same exact movement, whether the legs are straight or bent. Here we go. We're gonna open into a V, and then exhale. pull back together, open into a V, and exhale, pulling back together. Now here, if you're like, I'm not feeling anything, you could change out your band and you could go a little bit heavier. But again, I'm gonna remind you that we're gonna be here for a little bit. So if it feels easy now, it might not in a minute or two. All right, we've got 10 more. Straddle a little wider than your mat. We should be feeling this in the core as the back is drawing down into the mat. 8. 7, can you exhale? Pulling those legs back together. 6, 5, 4, 3, think about tucking your navel underneath your ribs. 2, and 1 more. Open those legs into that straddle. Now you're pulsing those legs out for 10, out for 9, out for 8, out for 7, out for 6, out for 5, out for 4, out for 3, out for 2, out for 1, back in. Arms are gonna stretch up towards the ceiling. Reach your arms slightly behind you, not all the way to the floor. Again, we wanna keep the rib cage down and the back flat. If we reach those arms too much, we're gonna lose our rib connection, so we don't want any rib flaring. So keep the back flat. Big breath in, open the legs, and then exhale, lift the arms and the legs back together, keeping that back flat the whole time. Inhale and exhale. Adding the arms is surprisingly going to challenge the upper abdominals because we're working on avoiding that rib flare. Exhale. Even though we're not crunching up, if we're connecting the transverse abdominals correctly, we should feel that arm stretch back in the upper abs. And exhale. And here's 4, exhale. 3, exhale. 2, exhale. Last one, hold it here. You're gonna pulse the arms back and the legs. Here's 10, 9, back stays flat. 7, 6, core is shaking. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms and legs come up, knees together if they were extended all the way into your chest. Woo! Rock yourself up to your seat. Okay, I never want to forget about arm work. So I am going to take the band off the thighs and we are going to move into a push-up. So I'm actually going to grab my heavier resistance loop here. Booty band is actually going to go on your triceps above your elbows. So the heavier tension is actually going to help me with a set of Pilates push-ups, okay? Meet me on all fours. Tabletop position here, about shoulder width apart with your hands. This is our last exercise together today, so give it all you got. You're gonna sit your butt back towards your heels here, and then I want you to stretch your arms as long as you can. I'm gonna show you modification from your knees, and then you can try it from your toes. I'm gonna pull your body forward here. You're gonna pull your heels up towards your seat. Your hips are moving forward. You're gonna bend your elbows. Your chest is gonna be almost resting down on that band. Press up. And then I want you all the way back to your seat here. Inhale, rising forward. Pull the heels to the seat. Bend those elbows right up against your ribs. The booty band is gonna help keep those arms right up against your body. Pull forward. Bend your elbows into your sides. Press your way back up. Now you might stay right here on your knees, working through 6 more. Or you might begin to come on your toes. So if you're on your toes, you're gonna float off the knees, take that push up, press up, set the knees back. And again, I want you back into that stretch back, hips to heels. Rise forward, knees float up, elbows bend to your sides, set those knees down, and take the hips back to the heels. Here's 4. This is our final finish, just a little upper body strength. This band really helps protect the shoulders and keep those arms close to your body in your push-ups. Also decreasing your range of motion. There's a stigma that we have to go like so low in push-ups, and that can be really damaging on the shoulders sometimes, especially with a lot of repetition. So just being a little bit more mindful of our shoulder positioning here in our push-ups today to help keep you safe in some of your other exercises. Stretch it back here. Give me a little flip up with the palms. Woo. Little sway of the hips side to side. Good. Slowly roll your spine up. Let's slip the band out from your arms. And we'll just finish with a little stretch here. We did a lot of work into the glutes, so go ahead and meet me in a seated cross-legged position. Should come up nice and tall through your spine. Press your hands against your knees, and you're gonna hinge your chest forward here and just dip forward and a little sway side to side from your shoulders. Good. Ooh. Keep those sits bones down so you're not rocking too far forward and your butt's coming off the mat. We want to keep those sits bones anchored. Lifting up, now what you're going to do is you're going to switch whatever leg is in front here, crossing opposite ankle, nice and tall. Again, hinge forward, try not to round your spine, a little sway side to side here. Good, up nice and tall. Inhale those arms overhead. Nice big long stretch. Exhale, press away. Inhale, big reach up. And exhale, press away one more time. Inhale, big reach up. And exhale, press away. Thanks for joining me for today's workout. Hopefully you're feeling your glutes, a little bit of core work as always, and finishing with some nice upper body strength. I'll see you next time.